Let's rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by 15 seconds of silence. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Kids quiet for 15 seconds. Good job.
Huh?
Kept them kids quiet for 15 seconds.
Roll call.
Ethan Maple.
Here.
Ryan Hart.
Here.
Bill Niemeyer.
Here.
Chad Molinder.
Barely here.
Terry Reed.
Present. Thank you. Well, we have some exciting news for the town of New Palestine. Mr. Bob Ely will take it over.
Thank you for giving me the time, council, to kind of make this happen. This to me is very special. We're bringing a new officer on. We're also promoting an officer tonight. And I always think it's nice that the council gets to see who it was that we decided to bring on.
Thank you.
So if I could have Alex Sproul stand up. Alex is coming from Valparaiso PD. He was a sergeant with them. He's a lateral transfer. We're super excited, very intelligent, very personable. You guys are going to love it. So on behalf of New Palestine Police Department, we are proud to welcome Officer Alexander Sproul to our law enforcement family. Your dedication, courage, and commitment to serve our community have brought you to this moment. We're excited to have you on board. As you begin this journey, remember you are not alone. You have joined a team of professionals who are here to support, mentor, and work alongside you. Together, we will uphold the values of integrity, service, and respect that define our department. We look forward to watching you grow and excel in your role. Welcome to the New Palestine Police Department. Thanks. Now, if I could, Miss Ashton up here. And so kind of a thing we like to do is we like to have the family, the new one, and we're going to pin his badge on for his start of the career. Don't believe it. Congratulations, sir.
Me too.
Jump over that.
He said, John. And as we continue to grow, of course, promotions happen from within inside the department. Bringing Alex on has pushed us to another position where we needed another sergeant on the opposite shift of the current sergeant we have. So this will put us at 2 sergeants for the town of New Palestine. And if I could have Officer Tyler Batten, please stand. I think you guys recognize Officer Batten. Officer Batten, with great pride and appreciation that I extend my congratulations on your well-deserved promotion to the rank of sergeant. Your dedication, commitment, and professionalism have set an example for your fellow officers and have shown your steadfast dedication to our department's mission and values. Throughout your career, you have consistently demonstrated leadership and an unwavering dedication to upholding the highest standards of law enforcement. Your ability to make sound decisions under pressure, mentor your colleagues, and foster positive community relations has not only benefited our team, but also the citizens we serve. As you step into your new role, I am confident that you will continue to inspire those around you, embodying the integrity, courage, and honor that this position demands. This promotion is not only a recognition of your past achievements, but also an indication of the confidence we have in your future contributions to our department. Congratulations once again on this well-deserved advancement. I look forward to seeing the positive impact you will continue to make in your new role. Congratulations, Sergeant Batten.
you.
If I could get the officers
I have
to
my own
step next door for just a second. Because you guys, yes, if I could pause 1 second. We are going to have Alex stand up and do the oath of office. We've kind of already done it, but we really like to do it again. So I will have Yvonne come up. You practice this once, you can do it. Yep.
I, Alexander Charles, solemnly swear
I, Alexander Stroud, solemnly swear
that I will at all times abide by the policies and regulations
to abide by the policies and regulations
established by the town of Newtown,
established by the town of Newtown,
state of Indiana,
state of Indiana,
and the Constitution of the United States.
and the Constitution of the United States.
I shall speak the truth at all times,
I shall speak the truth at all times,
whether under oath or not,
whether under oath or not,
and shall endeavor to observe
and shall endeavor to assure
equal justice
equal justice for all,
my duties without prejudice.
as my duties without discrimination.
I shall act with impartiality towards all,
I shall act with impartiality towards all,
and respect the rights of others at all.
and respect the rights of others at all times.
I shall do my utmost
I shall do my utmost
to be a credit to the community
to be a credit to the
for which I serve.
which I serve so long.
Thank you, and congratulations to everybody.
Congratulations.
We're gonna lose half of our. Yeah,
More than half.
there they go.
That's pretty quiet crew. Now,
It's quiet.
Too quiet now.
We appreciate you guys, by the way.
no crying.
It's the best swearing we have in this place.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so. Claims, accounts payable vouchers. Do I have a motion to approve as presented? APVs 27251 through 27329.
I'll make a motion to approve APVs 27251 through 27329 as presented in our back materials.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you. Motion approved and second. Any discussions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried to approve APBs 27251 through 27329. Adoption of minutes. Do I have a motion to approve as presented the town council meeting minutes from December 18th, 2024?
I move to approve the minutes from December 18th, 2024.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Thank you, Bill. Motion approved and seconded. Any discussions?
I was absent, but I did read those.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried to approve as presented the town council meeting minutes from December 18th, 2024. Public comments, 3 minutes per person for items on the agenda only. All righty. Old business. Were we supposed to have Jen?
I do. I have Mr. Ben Lips here. from
Oh,
the town of
okay.
Cumberland tonight.
Sorry.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I left my glasses at home, so I can't see far.
Ben's going to get us the briefing on CERTA.
Okay. You
Ready
can,
for me now?
yes,
You're up.
open the floor to you.
Thank you guys for having me tonight. Good to
Thank you for coming.
Drive down the road. So Jim asked me to speak to you guys about CERTA. I
I'm currently on the CERTA board, and I chair the communities under 6,500 for the Central Indiana Redevelopment Authority. History on CERTA. CERTA was formed before my time as a ready kind of region. Initially, it was a White River ready region, which we were not part of in Cumberland. But in Ready 2.0, we joined up to have a little bit of voice in that Seacoast grant opportunities. Since then, I've learned a little bit more about CERTA and the benefits of it. It's a zero-cost membership for all the communities currently. It represents almost everybody in the 9-county region. There's members from every county in the 9-county region, cities, towns, and some counties as well. This morning we met and we spent 4 hours, our lobbying team, going through every community's legislation and the pending legislation, the Senate bills, House bills, and figured out how, as a 9-county region, we want to approach the legislature, just to have a larger voice in that room, which is important because the legislature has routinely told us they don't hear enough from cities and towns and counties predominantly. So they said they want to hear our voice rather than us talk to them afterwards and say, well, we don't like what you did, which they say that's the only time they hear us, which I'd argue. But we in Central Indiana, we're 1/3 of the state's entire GDP. The 9-county region is, so we think it's important that we are organized. We have a very strong connection with academia, working towards workforce. We bring in pretty much all of the college chancellors to our meetings. We meet with them routinely to talk about how do we get our students here from our high schools into their colleges, and how do we build the workforce and keep the workforce here in Central Indiana. We had the chancellor for IU there this morning as well to talk about their overlapping issues with CERTA, the 9-county region, those benefits. You get access to pretty much everyone in the 9-county region through CERTA. Part of that is staff too. We applied for an EPA grant using staff from all of our different communities to apply for that. If awarded, everyone would have gotten some funding out of that with zero kind of upfront costs from each community. So it's the only all government board I've been a part of where it's been established for about 2 years now. There's never been a non-unanimous vote because it's the most collaborative kind of government partnership I've been part of. We have strong business representation. We work with Indy Partnership, Indy Chamber, pretty much all the surrounding chambers in the area. Currently, Hancock County is the least represented county in that room. It's just Cumberland and Fordsville. There's no other city or town membership or county membership in CERTA. That's something that we're trying to increase to make sure that Hancock County's voice is heard as well, as we're in those lobbying discussions, or that we're bringing those grant funds to Hancock County, to Cumberland, Newtown, Fordsville, Fortville, Greenfield, and Shirley County. All of us working together is typically better. I thought when Cumberland was going to join it, I was very skeptical. We were getting in it just for Ready Grant money, and I was very concerned about the large communities in the room. There was a lot of concern from the small communities that particularly the mayors in Hamilton County were going to steamroll everyone. But that's not been true. We have good relationships with Mayor Jensen and Mayor Fadness and Mayor Finkham and everyone up there. So they're probably the most collaborative. They've put the most resources into it, and I've actually passed on most of the grant rounds to prove that they're really in it to better Central Indiana as a whole. So typically, town manager, council president, one or the other, both attend the meeting so that you have that representation in the room. We meet monthly to every other month throughout the year, unless you're on a subcommittee, and then maybe more frequently. So, any questions on it? So I'm an unofficial representative. I don't chair on the main board. I sit on the board and I chair a subcommittee. So.
Ben, what's Jennifer Messer? Because I've spoke with her or emailed, corresponded with her.
Jennifer Messer is the executive director of CERTA.
Okay.
She is funded entirely by the city of Fishers and Noblesville, pretty much. She's an attorney representative. She works on most of our grant administration. She works on a lot of the EPA grant. She does all of our Ready administration, when we submit our projects to the regional board, she inputs those into the system and works with EY and IEDC on that grant administration kind of cert. So
And she's willing to, either the 22nd or any time come in and do any kind of follow-up with CERTA, so.
she's the main expert you can have.
Yeah.
So,
We've got you tonight, Ben, so we're
Right.
very appreciative.
I'm just here about it. So,
Yes.
opportunistic.
Does anyone have any questions?
I don't appreciate you coming in.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you for your
Thanks having
time.
me. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, Ben, you just said a lot of them get in it just for like the Ready grant, and so I just read where McCordsville got 2.6 million through the Ready grant, and that's something that, is that partially because they're part of the CERTA, or does that weigh in? Because I'm kind of like the fellow that's chasing the Ready, you know?
It doesn't hurt to be a member. They have a subcommittee just for Ready that doesn't
Okay.
require membership. I was on the subcommittee that scored all the projects for student board and implemented those internally and submitted them to the state for state approval. But anybody can get that. I don't think there's really a whole lot of bias in that scoring or criteria, but it gives you the chance to advocate for your project and answer questions more readily when you're in those meetings, because there's the large Ready board meetings, and then there's like, I think there's like 70 people in that, and most of them are non-members, and there's about 30 of us in the actual board meeting, and then we review what that subcommittee presented to us.
Okay.
And then our subcommittee for selection was just myself, Mayor Jensen, and Mayor Fatness, and Mary John Stater from Science.
Okay, well, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. So, do I have a motion to approve authorization for the town of New Palestine to become a member of CERTA, ordinance number 120424B?
I'll make that motion, and also note that this evening, this ordinance is up for a second reading.
Yes.
We already had a first reading at our last meeting.
I will second that.
Thank you. Approved and seconded. Any discussions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried to approve member of CERTA ordinance number 120424B.
And the only thing that I'd point out on the second page of the ordinance, I think the date should be changed to today's date.
I think in the verbiage.
Is
I
that right?
changed
He's-
it on you're
the-
correct. I changed the resolution date. The ordinance date should be changed to today as well.
Oh.
Just the date you sign it.
Oh, so this exhibit is actually 010825?
No, not the ordinance number, but just the date it's
Okay.
executed.
Yeah, on the second page right now, it says blank day of blank 2024. And I think we should handwrite in the 8th day of January and change the 4 to a 5. Just so that it's accurate.
Didn't you do that, Jenny?
I did on the ordinance, or on the resolution, but I didn't change it on the ordinance. I see it right there. See where it says 2024?
We can mark
Yep, we'll mark that
That's
out.
fine.
Yep,
Thank
but
you.
the resolution's right.
Yes.
Good job. You go on. Okay, so do I have a motion to adopt CERTA resolution exhibit 120424C?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 120424C.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Motion approved and seconded. Any discussions? All in favor? Say aye.
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 Motion carried to adopt CERTA resolution 120424C. Mr. Niemeyer, update on purchase of land from New Palestine School District for the wastewater plant.
Well, and I apologize that it was this afternoon that I circulated The purchase agreement, we now have a cover letter that may or may not be close to final form. It can be tweaked. I changed the date so that it would be accurate to the blank day of January 2025. And then hopefully we can finalize the cover letter that goes with it and then deliver both to the administrative building of the schools to Dr. Pleak.
Thank you. And thank you for working on this. And thank you, Ethan, for the cover letter. Teamwork.
So I'll make a motion that we execute the purchase agreement and the cover letter once it's finalized and deliver the same to Dr. Pleak at the administrative building.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Motion approved and seconded. Any discussions?
I appreciate the work you guys both put into this. I think this is continuing the strategic partnership we're trying to build with the school, and hopefully goes well for us.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carried for Bill to finalize this and deliver it to the school. Dr. Bleak. Okay, new business. Before we get into the reorganization, I did want to announce that the BZA appointment that was open has been awarded to Jenny Greiner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now that leaves a spot open in the EDC, and Yvonne has contacted the county council as they will nominate a person for the EDC. So now, reorganization, and Ted is going to take it away.
Thank you. All right, we have 3 offices that we are going to elect tonight: president, vice president, and secretary. Yvonne, you are uncontested for treasurer once again, so congratulations.
Congratulations.
So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to start with president. I'm going to open the floor for nominations until everyone has a chance to nominate anyone they want. Then we will close nominations. And depending on the number of people nominated, kind of depends on how we go through this. If there's one person, we'll just do a voice vote, aye or nay, straight up. Majority of the entire council is required to elect. If there are 2 people nominated, then we will essentially do a roll call and have everybody vote in favor of one or the other. If there are 3, the first person to get at least 3 votes wins. If there are more than that, then I think I'm going to, wing it if that happens. So with that in mind, let's open up the nominations for president of the council for year 2025.
I will nominate Terry Reed. I think she's done an outstanding job last year and has set us up in a good form. And I think I can speak on behalf of myself to say that her organization, I think, is definitely beneficial for our town and council.
Do you accept?
Yes.
Any further nominations?
I'll nominate Ethan Maple.
Any further nominations? All right, nominations are hereby closed. So we will do a roll call vote between Ms. Reed and Mr. Maple. And we will start at the far end with Mr. Maple.
I'll vote for Terry.
I'll vote for Ethan.
Could you skip me? I'll vote for Ethan.
I'll vote for Ethan.
I'll vote for Terry.
Congratulations, Ethan. You are the town council president for 2025.
I'll do like Bill did last year.
Okay.
Here,
The gavel is now yours.
I will try to get Kenny.
Does it come with a purse?
No.
Just ask.
Oh, man, back.
Merce.
Congratulations, sir.
All right, moving on to Vice President of the Council. I will open up the floor for nominations.
I'd like to nominate Chad Molinder for vice president.
Any further nominations? Hearing none, the nominations are now closed. We'll do a voice vote. All in favor of Chad Molinder as Vice President for 2025, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Congratulations, Chad.
Thank you.
You can stay in that seat.
Thank you.
All right, and finally we have Secretary. I'll open up the floor for nominations for Secretary.
I will nominate Ryan Hartley as secretary.
Are there any additional nominations? Seeing none, we will move to a voice vote. All in favor of Ryan Hartley for Secretary for 2025,
Aye.
please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. And with that, I will turn it over to Ethan.
And with that and no other new business on the agenda, I will turn it over to Ted to see if there are any legal updates.
I was going to give you a point of privilege to, give your
Speech.
There
Speech and
there
your-
is no speech, although I will have a few words with Ryan afterwards.
All right. Legal updates, not a whole lot. Jim and I are working on a timeline for expanding the economic development area to kind of capture more TIF for future development. I should have a timeline to you guys in the next week or two on that. You may be aware it's a process that both the RDC and the council have to be involved in. Requires notices, public hearings, things of that nature, but just kind of wanted to give you an update on that. And that is all I have.
Thank you. As we move into department reports, Jim?
Well, I'll ask Ted. Ted, is there anything that you need from us on that annexation for your schedule?
No, I don't think so. There'll be some things we need to get from Crone, I believe, but I'll have that on there, Jim, so
Okay.
so you know.
Fair enough. Thank you. Now, all I have is, we had a pretty good snow this last week, and sorry, Steve, I took your thunder. I'm very appreciative of all the guys that came in, and they worked some overtime, and I think we took care of the streets very well. I don't think we had really one complaint in a cul-de-sac, and that was about it. No mailboxes down. It helped out really well. But short of the annexation, that's all I had this evening.
Thank you.
Sorry, Steve.
My turn.
Go ahead, Steve.
Actually, Jim, I had a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you have an RFP out for the owner's rep now?
I'm sorry.
You have RFPs out for the owner's rep now?
We do, yes.
What is the, what's the
Tomorrow.
date that those are supposed to be
Tomorrow, the 9th.
returned?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And when did you plan on awarding those?
I've got that schedule. I don't have it with me.
Okay.
17.
17th. I was wondering if we could delay the award of the owner's rep so that the council could review those
Oh,
as well?
sure. Yeah. Well, I expect the council to review those as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if we could push those back at least a couple weeks. You could contact them and just tell them we won't be awarding yet.
Yeah.
That we want a little more time to look at those.
Yeah, Ryan, the RFP specifically allows you to
Yeah.
extend the timeline
Okay.
on your prerogative,
Yeah.
and it is going to be a council decision to award the contract and not the town manager. So
Yeah.
you will have time to review those, and we can put it on the February 5th or even 2 weeks later if you'd like.
Okay. I think February 5th would be enough time.
Mhm.
Okay, good deal. Thank you.
And I know Envoy and Skender.
You're
Who's
gonna
the,
tell me that third one, it's from Brownsburg, and I just had a dinner with Ben this evening, and I couldn't pull up the name again, so I apologize. Yep.
Anything else for Jim?
No, sorry.
No, you're good. Steve?
Well, I too would like to tip my cap to the
Redundant.
guys for all their hard work on clearing the roads when basically it started late around 10, 11 in the morning. Went out this pre-treating, had full call in about 3 or 4 when it started coming down in earnest, and the guys essentially worked round the clock. I mean, they did go home and take a little break. I don't like guys going past 12, 14 hours without, getting some rest. And by, I would say, I think we got 6, 7 inches total, maybe in this area, and I'd say by late Monday afternoon, you could see asphalt on all the main roads in town. So they did a really good job on that. The other thing I have would be community crossings opened up January 2nd, and I have got together all the quantities and unit prices and everything for that. We have several roads we're going to do. Right now, I have total project cost at $367,167. Our request from NDOT, their 75% is going to would be, if we're awarded, $275,375.25, and our match would be $91,791.75.
Can you go over again where that project is going to hit?
Oh, it's going to hit several roads, and I'm doing several different. What the county did last year on Jim Road or 500 West, I really like. It's a double microsurface, and I'm going to finish out. I'm going to do a little more patching, and I'm going to finish out 500 West with that treatment. I've got crack sealing going in Cedar Creek Condos and West Side Drive. Sorry, I'm pulling all this from memory.
No, that's okay.
Benton Road and 450 West, essentially the same road. I'm going to do some patching and some milling and paving. Did I mention West Side Drive? I'm going to do crack sealing there. And then our little section 200 South, I'm going to do a mill and pave, and then 600 West and 52 South to our corporate limits, I'm going to do a mill and repave on that as well.
Good.
So the only thing that I will need would be a signature from, Ethan, I will need your signature now, so I will redraft that letter. It's just a financial commitment letter to NDOT stating that we are good for our 25% match.
Okay.
So I have to submit that with the application. At some point, I'll get that drafted and give you a call.
Sounds good.
And if we're not, by signing the letter, you are.
Thanks, Ryan. No, perfect. Do we have any updates? We're starting on the bridge still. Do you know?
I picked up from Ryan.
Yeah, do you know?
Yeah, I do. I had a,
Is it good news?
yeah,
Okay.
I had a Teams meeting with E&B and CSX. Right now we have a tentative start date on that at January 20th, around that date. It's weather depending and permit depending still. But we're making forward progress with it. We anticipate if the project takes off towards the end of January, we're going to give 45 days to do the work. That being said, asphalt plants won't be open then, but they will close the bridge permanently, do the work, the structural work, open the bridge back up, and then we'll come back in the spring when the asphalt plant's open and do the HMA overlay.
Sounds good. There'll be progress.
It's progress. I'll keep everybody updated on that January 20th start date. I anticipate it getting pushed back a little bit, but it'll get done this year.
From January 20th to.
It's encouraging. Yeah. Thank you.
Government work at its finest here.
CSX.
Yeah, it's
Majority of that.
it's a process, but we're making good headway. So
All right. Good. Anything else, Steve?
That's all I got.
Chief, it's been an exciting night for you.
Yes, I kind of had my detail up front, so thank you, council, so much again for doing it. That's, the guys really like that. I think it's just a good thing for the morale of the department to be able to present and to have the promotions recognized. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting us be
You
part.
all look very sharp tonight.
Yeah, I would tell you, it's nice to have a uniform, but you really don't want to wear it. For special occasions.
Thank you. Yvonne?
I don't have a whole lot. Working towards the end of the year, lots of numbers flying around and stuff to be done. Been an absolute pleasure working with Alex Sprawl, doing all the paperwork, getting to know him in the past couple days. Very helpful to have Jenny here. It's just fantastic. She's working on a big project that you'll hear more about, but all of the resolutions and ordinances in the big book of informations. She's working on updating all of that. And some of the information she read out loud the other day was from probably the 1950s and absolutely didn't apply anymore. So it's fun. And that's all I've got.
Thank you. Then we'll move to public comments. 5 minutes on anything. If you would like to comment, please feel free to come forward. Yeah. Perfect.
I just want to let you know we're supposed to have the reorganization meeting, the next meeting for the Planning Commission and the BZA. And then we're supposed to do the, I forgot the name of it, the comprehensive plan. And we still don't have that, so I won't be here. That's the first week, the 5th. So we haven't seen anything about that, but I won't be here. So just to let you know.
But Ron,
And
you do know that in your absence, you are subject to being nominated for everything.
Well, might be there for that, to prevent that from happening. So that's the end of this one.
I just want to give you a fair warning.
Yeah, but I will try and contact everybody that's currently on there to see if they want to continue. And if you guys, anybody has anything negative or positive about the current members, let us know going into the reorganization. Okay?
Thank you.
thank you, Ron.
Any others? All right. Council comments. Mr. Hartley.
I want to wish everyone a happy new year. I apologize for not being at the last council meeting. I did have fun. It's been an awesome 12 months with this team, with this council. I can't believe it's already been 12 months, but here we are. I know we've felt like we've made a lot of forward progress, even though we've had a lot of hard decisions to make. We've made them as a team for the best interest of the town, and I'm excited about the next 3 years and see what we can accomplish. I want to thank the street department, sewer guys, all the hard work for the snow. Congratulations to Chief Ely for having a great team, and thank you guys for what you do. Thanks to all the town staff for everything that they do, and thank you to my team members. So I'm just looking forward to the next 3 years and seeing what we can get done. That's all I have.
Thank you. My name's next, so I won't change the order. But I do appreciate the confidence in being elected in the president's role. However, I'm a little nervous, Terry. I really appreciate the leadership that you have given us. I think that this council and the success and the continuity that we've had this year is because of your leadership and the ways in which you have led. So I want to thank you for that because. We'll see what happens. Year 2. But I'm excited for that. I appreciate the street teams and clearing, with the exception of the extra 45 minutes the end of my driveway took. It's part of it, I guess. But I appreciate the work. It looks good. There is going to be an evening council chat on the 23rd of January. I don't know if anybody wants, that's a Thursday evening at 6:30. I'm two questions for y'all. I'm open to, number one, someone joining me, but number two, suggestions on where would be the best place on an evening. The last evening we had at Smoke and Barrel, which is a fine place to have it in terms of, well, food and space. But I'm open to suggestions on where a good evening place would be for a Thursday night in town.
Have you ever thought about just going to Needler's and there at the door like the Girl Scouts and just say,
Maybe in the
Yeah,
spring
yeah.
of
Let's
the
talk
summer.
about that in May.
yeah.
I
They get a
thought
lot
at
of
first you were going to say Needlers and ring your bell.
I think it would be more appropriate if we did that if we had cookies.
That's
Yeah.
Cookies may be helpful.
There you go.
But I'm open to any suggestions or partners. I'm fine with just communicating that we'll do it at Smoke and Barrel. And I don't know, does anybody think having it at Town Hall would be more effective than a local establishment?
I think if you did it here, you have to have it. If any meeting that is in here,
Any meeting
public,
that's held in this space
has to be
has to
video.
be video.
Okay.
Well, and to keep it less formal,
I don't need to have it here.
you know, what about Tony D's? And if nobody shows up, then we can order and at least eat something.
That's fine. We'll do it at Tony D's. Anybody want to join me? Who wants to join me?
Since I'll volunteer. Fire oven pizza is wonderful, so.
Or what time? 6?
6:30.
6:30.
We'll do it 6:30, and I'll get you a graphic for that.
Thank you.
And so we'll see. Again, my hope is to continue from this point forward, the first Friday in the mornings, but add every other month an evening chat to see if that is more helpful for our community to be a part of conversation. Other than that, just again, appreciation for a good 2024 and looking forward to 2025. Chad?
Excited to add Deputy Sproul, did I say it right? To the team. I'm excited for him. Chief and the rest of the department was excited about him joining, so I think that gives us a pretty good vote of confidence that we got the right person. I appreciate Steve, all the work that your team did. I was driving with the family and said, man, the roads look really good. And then I was like, could have done better here. And Katie said, well, this isn't New Pal. I said, I know. That's why I'm saying that. Right? But, so I think you guys did a great job. It was noticeable where our town limits were. If you needed to know where town limits were for New Pal, I think that was a great day to go drive and you'd visually see it. So I appreciate that. Congratulations to Ethan. Excited. We'll keep this going year 2. Like Ryan said, this has been a tough year, but I think everybody here has the right focus and frame of mind. So I'm excited to what we can accomplish in the next 3 years. So thanks, everybody. And that is all.
Bill?
I'll start with, Ron asked if anybody had any comments, negative or positive, about the current board or commission members. I personally want to thank every single member of each board and commission for stepping forward, serving our town, volunteering, and most importantly, having input in the decisions that the town is making. So I only want to say positive about every single member. Some towns struggle mightily to get anybody interested. And fortunately, in the last year, we haven't had that problem. And then I'll segue that. That's just a testament to, you know, when you have a council that respects each other, works together, you know, we're doing positive things, that sure makes it easier for people to want to be involved. And so I certainly appreciate that. And also, I don't want to beat it to death, but I certainly want to congratulate Officer Sproul and Officer Batten for his promotion. We have a phenomenal police department in our town, and certainly appreciate his addition and Tyler's promotion. That's all I have.
Thank you. Terry?
I did have a few things for Jim, but I'll save that for another day. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Bob, you did a great job tonight. You have a great team. And I want to express my appreciation for working with all of you this past year. You've been great. We have had some things going on, but we got through them together. And this year we'll do the same.
Sounds good. Well, welcome a motion for adjournment.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.